Ah, shit. This episode of the BRG podcast has been brought to you by our patrons. Here at BRG, we'd like to thank those patrons who have subscribed and donated. It is because of generosity like yours that makes this show possible.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BRG podcast with your hosts, WarpedJester, that's me, and the powerful Oz of the North.
That's me, Kirrok, guys. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good, man. I've been kind of like busy, not talking much, so I'm a little curious to kind of catch up on what you've been up to. So, before we get into that, though, that I appreciate everybody joining us every evening or every Saturday when we do this. We do this every Saturday, and we do enjoy it very much, and we certainly do like having you guys on board with us. So please feel free to join us and chat about it a little bit. Also, we are but a small portion of the bigger whole, which is the BRG community. We do a lot of stuff from gaming together to creating content together, doing all kinds of shenanigans, and we are driven and supported by our wonderful people who follow us, and that includes both in just the verbal support as well as in Patreon. We'll give you all the details at the end of this podcast. Thank you very much on that. Kirrok, my friend.
Yes.
My buddy, my pal, my bestie best. How are things in the Great White North?
Things are good. They're actually getting warm. We have leaves on the trees.
Holy crap.
The polar bears have gone north.
Oh my God, it's so safe again.
Yeah, it's safe again.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Beyond that, things are starting to get back to normal for you. You've been kicking easy for a little while. I know that.
I've been healing up. It's been a while since I've been back to work. This week I've been back to work, and I got to tell you, I'm exhausted.
Exhausted?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired, man. Like every night, all I want to do is go to bed. All I want to do is go sleep. But that's okay. That's okay. It's part of life, you know. You gotta do what you got to do.
Life is life sometimes, right?
Yeah, you got it.
No, I feel it, man. I feel you. Hey, listen, we actually got a lot of news tonight of the usual variety. Actually, we got a lot of headlines and a couple of topics we want to talk a little more in depth on, and so we're gonna be tackling those tonight. But man, there is some random ass shit out there that is cool, funny, or sad, and I would love to talk about a lot of them. One of which part I'm actually going to get up is actually a company, Bosch, testing the idea of having, you know those maneuvering jets they use on like shuttle or spacecraft?
Yes, yeah.
They
kind of adjust the trajectory and stuff. Yeah.
Bosch stuck one of those on a motorcycle so that when it's leaning and the tires start to slip, a jet fires to give it more grab on the ground to keep it from slipping out.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty cool.
It looks really cool in the video too. I'm just saying. That said, we should probably go ahead and dive into the news tonight and tell you guys what it's all about.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. So go ahead and start us off. We've got a doozy of winner at the top of the headlines here, which is Toys R Us in selling its mascot and sex toy domain names. So now you can bid on domains like Sex Toys R Us, Adult Toys R Us, and Kinky Toys R Us. Better get there and get those.
Excuse me, I gotta go and register a domain. So Nintendo NES Classic Edition returns June 29th. So this is the same console that was released. It was their classic. They're kind of re-releasing the mini version of it about a year ago, and they couldn't keep it on store shelves. Once it's out, you guys go out there and get it. I think it's going to be $60. So
once it's gone, they're not making any more.
Better go get it, man.
Bullshit. Makes profit? Yeah. Hey, bring on the wallet raping! Leak details have let us know that the Steam Summer Sale is going to be starting June 21st.
Yes, I can't wait.
Oh boy, buy more games I'll never go around to playing.
Yeah, it's so true. Speaking of games I'll probably buy and never play, Stardew Valley is alive and well for the PS Vita, and it's almost here. It's actually going to be coming out May 22nd, and one of the best things about this is if you decide to pick it up for the Vita, you actually get a copy as well for the PS4. Amazing. I'm so happy with that.
We have some other Vita news that we should put together, but oh well. Hey, good news and bad news. So the good news is Kingdom Hearts 3 is confirmed. It will be coming out. We'll be folding in Pixar, so we'll have Pixar in the number 3. The bad news is there's no confirmed date beyond sometime in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Dun dun dun.
So recently a studio just closed, a game developer studio. They're the same guys that brought you the games Radical Heights, which has actually kind of picked up steam the last little while, another Battle Royale, and Lawbreakers, which I'm not familiar with. But the studio's called Boss Key, and it is shutting down its doors. The head announced, his name's Cliff Blesinski, announced that Boss Key Productions was no more on Twitter. It's kind of sad to see something like this happen, especially when I watched some people stream Radical Heights, and it looked like a pretty good game, so they had some potential.
Life's shit.
Yeah.
And we move on. Hey, sounds like a rumor mill is revving up for space racing with a possibility of a new Star Fox-themed racing game.
Ooh.
Yay! So yeah, this is one of those things that's like, wait, what now? Yep, it's Star Fox. Yep, it's racing. It's like Mario Kart in space.
In space. Nice. That sounds pretty cool. This one's right up my alley. Adult gaming portal Nutaku launches 2 new VR games. They're actually created by other developers, but these guys are launching them. The games are called Elven Love Naughty Rituals and Sexbot Quality Assurance Simulator. Both games are playable on HTC and Oculus Rift. And once the stream is over, I got something to go buy on Steam. I think it's on Steam. Wherever it is, I'm going to go buy it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That is straight up ripping off like Dark Elves or Night Elves from WoW. I'm just saying.
Now I know why I bought the Vive.
Hey, remember that whole thing about, game content for the PS Vita?
Yes.
It's most likely going to be digital only because Sony will be ending production of its physical PlayStation Vita games. But Sony swears this is not the first signs of the end of their almost 7-year-old, non-updated mobile game system that many people have forgotten about since the debut of the Switch.
I love this system, and I'm sad about this. It sucks.
And what are you going to pick up after we're done here and play?
My HTC Vive, of course. So a couple episodes back, we talked about Beat Saber. Beat Saber is basically a game where you in VR you have lightsabers, and it's you play to music, and these objects come to you, and you slice them out.
And it's fucking cool.
They have sold 50,000 copies in their first week. I checked it out. It's like $27.99 Canadian, so I don't know what that is in real money.
Cheap.
The game looks like hella fun, and they are on their way to probably making a part 2 if they're doing that well. So.
Yay! Hey guys, guess what? Yet another Facebook privacy breach has been exposed. Woohoo! Yeah, there's been no updates exposed, but this time it only exposed 3 million users this time. So that's a lot better than 87 last time.
That's okay. That's not bad. Keeping on with the Facebook thing, Facebook app super user privilege prompts cause basically already spooked users to panic. So the app just prompted super user privilege, like the ability to be God on the phones.
I like it.
God, that's crazy.
I like it. I don't know.
So I'm going to keep on going because I got this one I thought was actually pretty cool. Mila Jovovich, same lady, Lilu Dallas, who was in Fifth Element. She is upcoming in Monster Hunter, in the Monster Hunter movie adaptation.
I'm going to call bastardized a movie on this one. But anyways.
I don't know what Monster Hunter has to offer, but Mila, I'm there.
I know what she has to offer.
Yeah, exactly. And keep in mind, she was also in a video game movie, which was the Resident Evil series, which was pretty decent,
right? And that was really good.
Yeah. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe she's going to be our video game heroine from now on.
I'm okay with that. She's got. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm being a male chauvinist by making comments about the fact that she happens to be a gorgeous woman, but she's also an incredibly talented actress as well. She just happens to be really good looking at the same time. Shock. So, forgive me. Hey, guess what? The NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1180 is rumored to arrive in July. These are the next-gen cards from NVIDIA, and they'll probably cost about $4.3 million because of fucking miners. No confirmation on that yet.
I also read something about 1170. So they're it seems like they're following the same number scheme, only going up by 100.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. So No Man's Sky's next major update gets release date. This is their next, or what they refer to as the next update. And what was the release date? July 24th. So this is going to be pretty cool. Full multiplayer experience. It's going to be headed to PC and PlayStation 4. So that's great, because this is one of the things that they hated. People like myself were playing. You could meet in the world, but you couldn't actually interact or meet with each other. So, hey, finally.
Hey, you remember that game that was really, really super hyped last year? That everybody was really looking forward to? That totally fell on its face and totally did not actually deliver what it advertised, and really pissed a lot of people off to the point of having like a mass sell back to Steam. You remember that game? Guess what? They have multiplayer now. So for the 5 of you other than Kirrok that are still playing the game, you can play together now. Yay! Oh, dear God. Hey, guess what, guys? I'm not very excited about that. What I am excited about, however, is game releases.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Welcome back to another game releases with me, Kirrok. There are some nice games in this batch, in this collection, and there's one. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Let's get ready to rumble! All right, guys, your first game is on May 22nd. It is a Mega Man X Legacy Collection and Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, both for the Nintendo Switch. It's actually one game, but really it's 8. The first collection has Mega Man X, X2, X3, X4. The second one comes with X5, X6, X7, and X8. It's a pretty damn good deal. 8 games for the price of 1. Also, you get a bunch of rare game art, and it includes a new mode, X Challenge mode, where you face off against 2 deadly Maverick bosses at once. My God, is it ever worth it. Also on May 22nd, you have Ancestors Legacy. This is coming out for PC and Xbox One. It is a real-time strategy game. Now be careful, guys. Don't let the video mislead you like it did for me. It looks like an action game, but it's actually an RTS. Basically, the gameplay is along the same lines as Majesty, a sim of that kind, or even StarCraft. Even though you get a chance to control your troops from far away at a 3/4 view and do your tactical stuff, you can even zoom right in where it makes it look like a third-person action game, which is pretty sweet. It's quite well done, and for strategy lovers out there, this game will deliver some great gameplay. And your next game, also on May 22nd, is Tennis World Tour, coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. It is a sports game. Now, there's really not much to say here. It's tennis. Will I be getting this game? Nope. And your next game is out on May 25th, and it is Dark Souls Remastered for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It is an action role-playing game. Now, the original Dark Souls came out back in 2011, and it was a runaway hit. What made this game such a favorite was the fact that it was a impossible to beat game, or really frustrating, very hard, and people actually loved this genre. They loved getting the ever-living shit kicked out of them. Well, now you're going to be able to play it in full HD at 60 frames a second. For those of you who never got a chance to play it, now's your time. And finally, your last game, also on May 25th, is Detroit Become Human. This is a PS4 exclusive, and it is an action-adventure game. Okay, guys, cat's out of the bag. This game, many people have been waiting for it. To be totally honest, I already pre-ordered my copy, and I can't wait to play this game. in this game, basically, you'll be asked to make moral decisions and then live with the consequences of those decisions you've made. The game has amazing replayability because if you play it back again another time, you may encounter certain areas or people you've never met the first time around altogether. Even if you play it and then compare notes with someone else who's played it, it may feel like you guys are playing two completely different games. And did I mention the graphics are freaking top notch? And that's it, guys. We are at the end of another game releases. There were a few in there, and there was one really awesome one. I can't wait to play it. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you again for joining me this week, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the live show on Twitch. And we'll see you soon, okay? So see you again. Bye for now.
Alrighty, guys, so there you go. That is the game releases for this week. I certainly hope you enjoyed those. God knows I have. As always, there's like a half dozen games there that are like, yeah, I've seen them. I've seen the previews for them. I'm not interested. Then Kirok chose them off to me, and I don't know. There's something about the way you present them, man, that makes people not want to grab them. a little bit hurt by that because, you know, my wallet can't really handle them. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Getting into some shit we're talking about. A couple of items here actually we'll talk about a little more depth and detail. Now, this one may not seem like much, but nevertheless, GameStop database adds 15 mystery Nintendo Switch games ahead of E3. Now, the reason why they say it like this is because basically a GameStop employee snapped a pic of 15 new SKUs placeholders in their system. And at this point in time, there's no details to it. Only details we have are it's the generic $59.99 and the date is 12/31/18, which is the generic like default standing they put in there. So it's just a placeholder, but 15 slots.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
The question I think I have is, are they 15 new? Are they like new as in new IPs? Or are they a mix? Maybe there's some new ones. Maybe there's some re-releases. Like,
Star
or are
Fox
they all
Racing.
just Star Fox Racing?
Star Fox Racing.
Do a barrel roll. The game releases just talked about, well, it's happening this week though, but they just talked about a couple of games for Switch that came out. One of them, I think, was a re-release. I can't remember, but yeah, I mean, you heard about the same thing that happened with Canada Walmart, right? I should have put it in here. I'm so sorry. But apparently,
was that the Walmart leak that
yeah.
Bethesda ran with?
Yes, but
that was hilarious.
But there was they did the same thing. They leaked a bunch of placeholders, so there were titles of games in there. So this one doesn't have, but they had a bunch of titles of games in there, and people are speculating this and speculating that.
I love speculation.
At least these guys were smart enough not to have actual placeholder titles potentially in there.
They know their minimum wage thugs they call employees wouldn't give two shits less about breaking news like this.
That's true. That's so true.
Hey, I was just saying, hey, look, there's like 15 blank slots to say Nintendo next to it. Oh my god!
It's funny now because I want to go to EB and start. I know them pretty well at the store I work from, or the mall I work in, and I'm thinking I'm going to go and ask them. I'm going to say, so any new Switch titles you guys know are coming?
Do you have any inside information? Could I buy you some donuts from the food court? Would you like a Cinnabon? I help you out here. Would you like a tasty beverage? No, I'm curious about this for a couple of reasons because, like I said, the price tag is likely going to be $60 because that's what games are right now. But the date isn't good. They're not going to release 15 new games at the end of the year. They're going to release some at key times for releasing games, or at least announcing games. And where do you think there's going to be a popular time to announce new games, Kirok?
In a couple of weeks at this thing called E3. Is it a 3? No, it's not a 3. No, it's a 3.
It's E. So if you guys don't know, E3 is the electronics consumer what the hell ever. It is the biggest electronics event in the year, and it happens in Vegas, and it is a huge fucking event. I mean, there's no way any one person could ever actually soak in every single thing that goes on at E3. Not to mention the fact that it happens also in tandem with the adult sex expo
Really?
right next door.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we should take you. We should actually pay you to go out to E3. Go out to E3.
I'm going to E3, guys.
Yes.
Is it X3? XXX.
God damn it, Kirrok. Yeah, so E3 isn't just games. It's everything games. I mean, we're talking like it's the big shiznit of anything related to controllers, tech, you name it. If it has anything that even sniffs or smells like something you'd be interested in being a gamer,
yeah,
this
absolutely.
is gonna be it. This is gonna
they
be
probably
it.
They probably have like big TV industry guys there because
I wouldn't doubt it, especially
Especially what are you gonna play your Xbox or PS4 on?
All the tech and random shiz that they had at what's it called, CES this year, with the plug together TVs that make as big as you want kind of thing. You know they're gonna have like some pretty crazy displays set up for this year. Damn. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a big thing. As a matter of fact, it is such a big thing that we are not going to have the capacity to even remotely touch all of the content that exists in E3. So,
as in you and I?
Oh yeah, we couldn't. This podcast, we'd have to give you a podcast every day that week to try to catch up on all the shit that's out there. So we're going to actually divvy it up. We're actually going to split it across a couple of our different shows that we have on here and on YouTube, and try to find a way so we get you guys all the relevant information for E3, so that we don't miss anything that's pertinent or crazy important. But yeah, I think there's a good chance here that we're going to get a decent number of Switch titles announced at E3, just because they've gotten into the first year of the Switch. And remember, the Switch is now, it came out, what was it, March?
March, yeah.
So they had a few months. And even at that time, even at the time of E3 coming on board, it was starting to ramp up and starting to kind of go gangbusters. But it's still within that timeline of, okay, is this a fad? Or is this a thing? Now they've proven they're a thing. Now you've got a mass amount of studios that were like, oh yeah, it's cute. We'll think about it. Also like, no, we thought about it. We're totally good with this. We're on board. So now you're gonna start seeing all that content start to get announced. So I'm thinking that we're gonna see most of those 15 slots filled up immediately with all the announcements going on. This will be interesting too, because Nintendo, like I said, they've been going like gangbusters, and to be quite frank and honest, Sony's grown, Xbox has grown, but they're like in the slow lane compared to the way Nintendo's acting right now.
Yeah, it's so true.
So
I want to make a small prediction. I'm going to bet one of those 15 placeholders
is Star Fox Racing.
No, you already said that. Is going to be Animal Crossing for the Switch. Some sort. Animal Crossing, whatever. It definitely, it has to be. It must be. Yeah.
I have yet to play Animal Crossing.
It's great. It's an addictive game. Very kid safe. So
that is not something I need in my life then.
So I can play it.
I don't need kids safe, and I don't need addicting.
All right.
I have enough dick in my life already. I deal with you on a weekly basis.
Oh, thanks. So I'm gonna change it to a different topic altogether here, guys, and that is this is actually
tech phobia. Everybody panic!
Google employees reportedly quit over military drone AI project. So apparently, about a dozen Google employees actually left the company simply because of the fact that Google is involved with a specific project with the military. The project, it's an AI drone program for the Pentagon, and the project is called Project Maven. So it's kind of crazy when you see, companies out there, I'm sure, do stuff like this. Like there's in the aeronautics industry, you have Boeing, and I'm sure they make, some of the fighter planes and so on. And I don't remember ever hearing any of their employees leaving for something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so in this one, you have basically a bunch of employees from the company that is working on AI stuff. In other words, on program stuff that isn't necessarily military, but with the military. So further down, I'll get into a little bit more details. But like up until now, an additional 4,000 workers demanded Google no longer participate in this project, in Project Maven, by signing a petition. So it's been going on for a little bit.
Petition.org, because things there.
Yeah, really. So Google's kind of decided that, and they're going to press on, but they also called in that same petition for not only for them to kind of pull out of the Project Maven that's going on. Essentially, they're calling for Google to avoid any other future military work. Now, once I heard about this, I was thinking to myself, well, what the heck is Project Maven? So basically, Project Maven is a AI that's designed to help the military analyze drone footage faster. So through machine learning, the AI is able to detect people and objects and then flag them for human review. So an actual person, thank God, eventually at the very end goes through and decides whatever's what, right? I know. Yeah, I know. But as I mentioned a moment ago, even though some employees who, when I read through the article, they said the biggest message they could send to Google was to leave Google in order for them to understand that they're very serious about this, that they want Google to get out of this program. Google has basically said they're going ahead with Maven, indicating that the technology is open source and that the military could use it regardless of whether or not they're involved in the military with this or not. So it's kind of scary, but
no,
I guess
not.
It's not scary.
No,
it's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's not scary. And here's the problem. This is I'm gonna play the other side of the fence here because somebody has to. So here's the thing. What this project is using AI to help identify objects, as Kirrok said. So it knows this is a rock, this is a tank, this is a person, this is not a tank, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it is, as Kirrok said, it is technology to help parse imagery faster and flag potential things for human review. The crux of the matter is that this is meant to be a helpful thing to help improve efficiencies and to be a defensive measure so they can identify anti-air missiles, bad things, bombs, etc.
Dolphins
with little lasers on their head or whatever. But anything you can create that can be used defensively can be used offensively. And the problem is the original person who brought this up and started talking about it, I don't know if it was this article or a different one, immediately jumped straight from, hey, there's this AI clerk over in the corner parsing through papers faster than we can to help us out, and jumped straight to, this AI can identify a person so we can make a shot at a human target. It's not doing that right now. It can potentially. It can flag a human being and go, soft target, and there you go for it. And hey, that could definitely go that way. Especially with what's going on with wars over the Middle East right now, and just so much confusion going on in like Syria, for example, and Israel's ramping up, and just because there's so much going on, people are hyperphobic of any kind of thing that could be applied to or somehow tied to that situation, and that's what's making everybody panic so badly. And on top of that, this is the whole bad word AI and military put together. Whenever there's AI and military,
machine learning,
it's bombastic city for everybody. Okay.
So hang on, I get what you're saying, but then think about this though. There are some people there at the company who were directly involved who feel really strong about it, enough so that they left permanently.
Which again, I understand. And to that end, I'm sure that there is a possibility that they know stuff better than we do in some cases. But even then, we don't know what their jobs were.
True.
We don't know how involved they were. We don't know if they're just, peace-loving, dirty hippies.
That's true.
The problem with this is, again, if we strip away everything else, so let's strip away what this is. It's an AI technology identifies. Strip that away from it. Okay, it is a fundamental of this is a private industry company that is working on a project related to the military.
And it's not the first, too.
That's the bad taste right there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And don't get me wrong. I am not in any way defending Google or defending our military or anything like that. I personally don't want to have anything to do with the heinous bullshit going on over in the Middle East or military intervention in general. Now that said, I don't want to get into a big, diatribe about should we have military presence here or there, but it's bad news, and I personally don't want necessarily to see people getting hurt, but people are having meltdowns about AI technology and this just absolutely strange, irrational, phobic response that, oh my God, it's Skynet. When the reality is there's a lot of elements about AI and computer technologies that can be very helpful in keeping people safe. I mean, war is war. People are going to die. It is what it is. But we have all these drone strikes. And, oh my God, drone strikes are horrible. Half of the footage you see when they roll it on the news is an aerial device that is flying over a target and launching a missile because somebody is manually flying it back at the base and pushing the button, making the call to shoot a missile at that target. But they make it sound worse than it is. But the advantage of that is yes, we are firing at a target and it's a human being, that's bad. But if somebody's firing back at that thing and shoots that thing down, the pilot is sitting in an office back at base. He's safe.
Yeah, that's true.
That's technology aiding us. Yes, there's potential bad things to happen, but people need to breathe. This is another one of those. Everybody needs to stop.
Chill out. Yeah.
Don't just read the headline. This is why we want to talk about this in a little more depth, because this is one of those. Don't just read the headline. You need to actually read the article.
One of the things that was one of the employees that resigned actually was asked or questioned, and they basically said that the whole program apparently goes against the ethos of Google, their mantra being "Don't be evil," and that I didn't quite agree with, because when I saw that I was like, well, hang on, that assumes that they're being evil. Realistically, Google is insisting that the AI is not being used for combat operations. So I could feed this and say, yeah, well, Facebook said my data was safe, but shit happens, right? So
you're absolutely right. The thing about this too is I'm sorry, but I mean, I love the kind of lighthearted nature of Google's mantra of being "Don't be evil." But there's a reason why in all the legal documentation you'll ever see from Google and contracts you'll see from any company or business, there will never be a line in there akin to "Don't be evil" or "We promise we won't backstab" or you have to guarantee you won't be a dickhead, because it's not a quantifiable statement. It's not legalese.
Yeah.
Don't be evil. We're creating an AI program to help identify things quicker so that we can resolve issues faster and save more lives. That sounds like not being evil to me. Or somebody look at it and go, well, it's AI killing human beings, so that is evil. So it's just, there is a lot of interpretation there. Again, I'm not going to pretend to know the situation. I don't work for Google. I'm not on this program. I don't know the details about it. I'm going off of what I've seen in the news. And like I said, my biggest shtick when I read the other article I read that, it was a whole lot of, oh my God, technopanic.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that sells an article.
Yeah, no, it is. It's clickable. It is a clickable thing. And that's what matters. Saying, hey, some players are upset about Google AI software that can help identify objects in images faster isn't going to be nearly as clickbaity as this one right here. It's just not.
No, you're right.
It's just not. So that's what it is.
But I thought it would be a fun one to bring up because of the whole, Terminator and I'll be back and Skynet.
Yeah. On that note, guys, that is it for the major news topics we will talk about tonight. Again, these are things that we really felt we want to talk about a little more depth and detail because, again, I try to avoid techno-panic and be you guys informed on this. That's why we do it. That said, we're going to go ahead and get things wrapped up here. We'll be right back. All right. So, anyways, guys, I do thank you very much for joining this fine evening. It has been, as always, a blast here. This podcast is meant to be a shorter podcast where we just talk for a little bit, give you guys the news, and move on. It is not meant to be a long format show, and I know it's a little weird because this is not how Twitch usually is. I'll be honest with you. It's strange because we are probably like the most unideal show ever because on YouTube you want to keep it just a hair over 10 minutes, and on Twitch you want to keep it at least 2 hours.
Yeah, it's so true.
So we're doing exactly everything perfectly wrong to actually get followers. It's fantastic. But hey, you know what? If we can overcome this hurdle and get more people on board to join us and love us, hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. It just proves that we just did it the hard way and did it better. Or something like that. Anyways, guys, again, I do thank you so much for joining us. We do certainly encourage you guys to join us every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern so you can join us and talk live in our chat over here and let us know what you think of some of these topics. And I do encourage you to do just that. We are going to try to help get the word out so we can get people joining us more often because we certainly do love getting the chance to talk with you. And I'll be honest with you, this is still only our third show live.
Third live, yeah.
So we're still getting things kind of figured out here. So we do welcome your feedback, both from the Twitch community about how you want things to kind of roll and run here, and also from our YouTube committee, our YouTube group community. If you guys have thoughts about the format change and how it is and works, please feel free to leave comments down below, and we will definitely read them. We will read every single one whenever they come in, and we appreciate it. I do want to remind you guys, we do not do like a main topic type thing anymore. We used to love to do that. However, we find it a lot easier to talk about things a little less often, so we have more time to think and process and really dig into it. And that's why we have moved that main topic type discussionary element out of the BRG podcast and into our new show called Defective Discourse. So Defective Discord is a show we do currently once a month on the first Tuesday of the month at 11 p.m. Eastern. You're certainly welcome to join us for that. It is a roundtable conversation, and we do include the chat in that conversation, so you guys are a part of the roundtable. So I definitely encourage you to make sure you mark it in your calendar. Again, first Tuesday of the month. And actually, next month, we actually have 2 episodes because we're going to do our first Tuesday. But then we're also going to have a special on the second Tuesday, which is going to be the 12th. We actually have a special guest coming on who goes by a few names, one of which is Boisterous Coconuts. He is a fine gentleman from The Dick Show and has an IMDb entry and does all kinds of other things in his life. And he's coming on this show for some strange reason.
On Defective Discourse, yeah.
Yeah, hey, you know what?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time, right? You know, we all float down here. Anyways, I appreciate very much getting input from you guys, and I want to tell you that the best thing you possibly do to help us out here is to be a part of the community, whether it's joining us in the chat here or stopping by our wonderful Discord group and saying hi there, because yes, we do have a Discord group. Oh my God, isn't that amazing? And we can certainly talk at you, and you can talk at us. We have a good time, and there's, oh yeah, I need to delete that channel. I made a new channel, and yeah, there are inappropriate things in there. Anyways, we do have a great and thriving community. We have a lot of fun, and we would absolutely love to get a chance to talk with you. Also, guys, we are very active not only in our wonderful Twitch group, as you can see here. We have this show. We've got Defective Discourse on here. We have also another new show, which is Sequel Syndrome. It's actually streamed on Bob's channel, Ziploc Bob's channel. You go to twitch.tv/ZipLocBob. You can check it out there. But he actually uploads his content to the BRG YouTube channel, so you can actually catch the shows afterwards on our channel, on our network, if you like, over on our YouTubes. So you can go over there and check that out. See, we've got a couple of them up already because he's Mr. Active.
He posted one, another one.
Mr. Crazy Active. That guy's crazy. More importantly, we also do have the ability or have the desire to get support from you guys. And again, there's a couple of great ways you guys can support us. The first of which is you can support us by actually being a part of this community and helping us out on these shows. For example, on this wonderful show here, it is stressful and difficult and tiresome to go through and be able to actually do all of this, the talking and the whatnot, as well as be able to do things like set up the different scenes, floor different scenes, etc.
Yeah.
If we had, say, like a technical director that could run OBS, which is the software we use, to make this happen, it would make our lives a whole lot easier and be a lot nicer. So if you guys are willing to do that, that would be fantastic. So we're looking for people to help out in some way or another, if not for the shows, just for the community in general. And also you have the ability to join or support us by, of course, monetarily funding us. And you can do that one of two ways here. We do have a Patreon site. We also do have a PayPal account. So you want to do a one-time donation or a monthly donation, go either way there. And I'll tell you what, guys, easiest way to find out all of these details, since you didn't write them down, I'm sure, is to simply go to ballrocketgaming.com. And from there, you will see a wonderful homepage. It's very simplistic and easy to follow. And it'll give you all the links to all the different places you can find us. So please, please, please head on over there. Make sure you click on Discord, say hi to us. Make sure you click on the Patreon, support us. Make sure you click on the YouTube and watch us. And make sure you follow us on Twitter, because we actually tweet when we're going live and things like that. It's an easy way to keep track of when we actually do stuff, and I do appreciate it. Also, guys, we do have a thriving community of people who do a lot of content online, not the least of which is this fat furry mook right here. Yes, that's right. You're actually getting back into
I stream.
it.
That's right. I'm going to be starting streaming again on Monday, and
yes.
my goal is to finish like what?
That means we're gonna have what?
My plan is to finish off the Mafia 3 game series. I've been dragging that one on for a while, but
yeah.
I also post that one on my YouTube channel in case you do miss me streaming it. But my goal on Monday, because it is a holiday here in Canada, is to probably do a long stream that day, maybe 4 to 6 hours, and plan and get it off my plate.
Monday's a holiday for you.
Yes, it is.
Next Monday after that is a holiday for me.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
And I don't work Fridays, so it's going to be a 4-day weekend for me.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yay! I'm going to get my shop Kleenex. My shop looks like a rat's nest had, sex with a storage locker and then puked up the contents of their evening. It's really bad. So I'm going to get my shit cleaned up. I'm going to get my shit together. Anyways, guys, thank you again so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. And again, if you have any questions, comments, quandaries, etc., please feel free to let us know. Again, we have a wonderful community over Discord. It's the best way to get a hold of us. I encourage you definitely go there. All right, guys, thank you again so much for your time this fine evening. We'll go ahead and catch you. Let's go ahead and do it next Saturday, Kirok. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it next Saturday. Sounds good.
Next Saturday sound good to you?
Yeah, no problem.
I'm not thinking Saturday works for me too. Anyways, guys.
All right.
Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, shit.